would you say is the benefit of going on Selecta Charts instead of these other avenues?
Right, well, with YouTube and and Spotify and all these big platforms, the big artists dominate. So that's the Drakes, the Rihannas, the Ariana Grandes, right? So unless you know what you're looking for, it's harder to find music from the Caribbean. The big artists would get you, but what about the up and coming artists? So for Selecta Charts, these are just Caribbean artists, just Caribbean acts. So these artists get opportunity to stand out. And we have multiple ways for them to stand out. We have a weekly top 10 chart. That's very popular. Artists love to be part of the chart and see what's on there. We have a trending section, so you can see what's trending at any point during the day. And then in the future, we're working to add new features as well. So recently, we also added playlists. So you can make a playlist, get people to follow it, and the playlist can also trend on the site. So there's so many more ways for artists to get discovered on our platform, and we're going to keep adding more. Having
Selecta Charts is obviously a big step towards getting more local music out there into the ears of people, easily accessible.
Right.
But what more needs to be done to expand the business of music in Barbados, in your opinion?
Right. First of all, is education, because a lot of artists don't even know there are certain things you need to have incorporated into your song, like an ISRC code to be able to track it if you can upload it on other platforms besides Selecta Charts. People don't really understand the music of it, the legality of it. There have been so many scenarios where there have been big hit songs from local artists, and because like the songwriter and the producer, all these things weren't agreed upon before the song was released, then the royalties get held up, and then there's like people getting into fights with who own the song, who should get this, who should get that. I find there's been a serious lack of education in music, and it should really be part of the school curriculum, because we teach people how to play these instruments, but we never teach them the business,
how to market it,
the business side of it.
Because there are a lot of different things that go with it, from the business, from maybe signings, how to make sure that you don't get the raw end of a deal when you're signing a contract, different things like that.
The contracts is a whole other thing, because there have been situations where we have discovered Spice from Jamaica seriously went out and said that the deal that she signed when she was new and young was really bad for her. And that's why she never released an album up until now. She's releasing an album now under VP Records, but she had to get some help with Shaggy. And she had to get a lot of lawyers involved because the contract was really bad for her. So imagine a lot of these artists, growing up, getting big songs, getting hit songs, decided to sign a record label contract, and then if they find out that they won't make much money from their music, but the record label would. So that's another thing, just understanding the contracts as well.
Seeing what you just said is very important about artists knowing how to move in the business side of music. So would you offer a mentorship program for artists to be better versed in that, or is there another avenue that they can get to know more about how to move forward as a business?
Yeah, that's a great question. We actually did some internships recently. I actually got a friend that recommended someone from St. Lucia that was interested in music entertainment. So we actually did an internship over the summer over Zoom. Now that went really well. We actually did an internship with a BCC student as well before. He's a music producer, and he was a student. I know he produces music for some of the local artists in hip hop. So we have done the mentorship thing a bit, and that's something we really want to focus on. There are some goals I have beyond Selecta as well that I would like to start at some point, but it's too early to say. But besides that, Cost Gap has offered music programs for both artists and people interested in music prior to COVID. So that's another organization that's really into building artists as well. But we do need more. But I will say I'm interested in exploring and expanding in that area for sure.
And could you just let people know how to get to it? Is
www.selectacharts.com.
Right.
And we're working on an app now, so look out for that later this year on the Google and Apple stores.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.